What's up guys, welcome to Barrookie. In today's video we're going to do a Q&A on sternum pain. So what makes me qualified to do so? Well, I experienced sternum pain, aka costochondritis, or inflammation around the sternum area about a couple of years ago, and that really limited myself in doing handstands, overhead presses, calisthenics in general, and it did affect my overall well-being. I'm not a doctor, nor do I claim to be one. Q&A. There are a lot of people who ask questions on my sternum pain videos, but those questions typically get answered in the videos themselves. Now, somebody who did watch the videos, or most of the videos, came up with some questions that I think people should be asking, and that's what we're going over. So the first question is, does your tightness kind of radiates everywhere throughout the body? My tension can happen in my chest, collarbone, neck area, ribs, side ribs, thoracic spine, even the lumbar spine. My sternum sometimes feel like it's synced into the ribs as well. I wonder if you had the same feeling before. Now, I did experience a lot of tightness around my upper back and my neck. So next to having sternum pain, I felt that I needed to open up my thoracic spine, but I really couldn't find a way to do so. Now, what is very important here and what changed the thing for me is that it's all about posture, and not about a posture that you sit tight and straight like this, but a work environment that allows you not to slouch too much, that you can come back to with a relaxed body. And for me, the main part is, if you're sitting on a computer, make sure that your elbows can relax, that your arms can relax, your shoulders can relax, and that your elbows hover over the table in doing so. It happened to me this week. So I read the book from Kelly Starrett, and there they talk about that we should be standing more. So I wanted to transition more into my standing desk, which I made at work, and here's some footage about me standing at my standing desk. Now, obviously, if you're doing like mentally heavy tasks, it's difficult to do that on a standing desk, because I feel like I can't just focus enough. And I started experimenting, so I said, like, instead of having my nice desk chair, why don't I use a crappy chair and use that in order to sit on my desk, and that way I will sit crappy, maybe I will be bored of sitting crappy, and I'm going to end up standing up faster. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, and for 2 or 3 days I was sitting on a very bad posture, like hunched over, my arms flaring out, everything tense. And I realized I had to switch back to my old setup with the desk chair, because that allowed me to put my chair a lot higher so that my arms could relax and that I was hovering over the desk. And for me, that was a big game changer. The last year, I didn't really experience some upper back tightness. And now all of a sudden, by doing this for 2 to 3 days, this weekend even, my back felt like crap. So this is a very important one, and it's especially the accumulative hours that you get into that crappy position that gives you that discomfort. So this is not only the chair height, but also your screen. Your screen should be elevated. It shouldn't be like, if you're using a laptop, make sure you get a separate keyboard, elevate your laptop, maybe put it a little bit further, and use your screen like that, and use a keyboard separately. 2/3 of the screen should be below eye level, 1/3 above eye level. That's like some of the guidance that they say. So yes, lumbar spine, I don't feel like this is going to be correlated. It could be, obviously, but I didn't really feel lumbar pain. But yeah, that could also be due to sitting. I don't know if you're sitting a lot. The fact that my sternum felt like it was synced into my ribs was not really something I experienced, so I can't really comment on that. Question number 2, do you use to experience a lot of popping, clicking in the areas I mentioned in question 1? I experience a lot of tendons popping in my chest area, my neck tendons pop a lot, even my back pops. So yes, one of the exercises that I used to open up my spine was basically just moving like this and really unstucking my ribs. And after a couple of minutes of sitting, I already felt that my back was tightening up. And by doing so, like this, I really felt some pops and cracks in my back, which I feel like are less serious than the pops and cracks in my sternum, because when I cracked my sternum, it felt like a relief, but it still didn't feel right. In my back, it kind of feels like it's coming loose in a good way. So I don't think that popping and cracking in your back is too bad, but maybe getting more thoracic spine mobility will help with that. I hope that answers your question. As it comes to this chest area, I didn't really feel some clicking in the chest. Maybe due to sitting, those front delts get really sore. Maybe the hunched over position is not really helping. Now, a third thing, do you have clicks when you side bend your ribs? That's yes. Then I also have that with scapular push-ups and spine waves. Basically anything that squeezes my back muscles, then releasing it. I hear cracks every time, just wondering if it's the case with you as well. So for me personally, it clicks and it makes some noise just in the beginning. So just to get the ball rolling, and once I really doing my spinal waves or really moving like this, everything starts to loosen up. I don't know if that's the case with you. Something I also experienced is that when I say good posture, people think like I have to squeeze my shoulder blades together and really get tight and make sure that I work like this. And I experienced that before, where in the beginning I tried to like get a good posture and be very tight with my upper back, and that just backfired as crazy because all these muscles start to contract very tensely and it started to like suffocate my spine even more. So basically a good posture is with your arms next to you, relaxed. Don't try to squeeze your shoulder blades because that only is going to overwork those muscles and you'll end up just being tighter more than you want to be. That's also something that I experienced with deadlifts. So when I was deadlifting, I was really squeezing the heck out of my back, and by doing so, everything got so fired up that it was very difficult to relax those muscles again. Also with the spinal waves, like try to think of spinal waves as more of a movement, so try to move your spine rather than squeezing everything. And then there was a fourth question. My sternum would just pop when I tried to perform the bridge exercise. In one of your videos you said popping your sternum is not good, so did you avoid the bridge exercise when you had costochondritis? I did actually avoid that because that was too much on the sternum. That's something that you probably should ease into. Maybe spinal waves would be a good progression into going to back bridges. Maybe back bridge against the wall would be better because you're not arching as excessively as you would do them on the ground. Yeah, just avoid exercises that pop that sternum or that aggravate this area. That's something that I've been saying a lot. This was another video about sternum pain. Didn't know I would even make one of those. Also, I got back to dips. So dips weren't really culprit of having sternum pain. It was more the sternum pain that didn't allow me to do dips. So I went on a journey, got back to doing dips, and it feels awesome. So yes, check out that link to the playlist if you want to see that. It's a very awesome journey. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you liked this video. I hope you got something out of it. If you have more questions about costochondritis or sternum pain, I'm happy to check them out in the comment section below. So yes, I guess I'll be seeing you all in the next video. Peace!